human existence.
And something we should all be thinking about all the time, or at least a lot.
Well, you have to decide what you're up to. And you're either trying to make things better or worse. That's it. Those are the options. And if you're trying to make them worse, there's a reason. And if you're trying to make them better, there's a reason. And so, in some sense, you decide which side you're on. And then you decide how much you're on that side. And a huge part of being on that side is truth. It's the fundamental virtue. Without truth, you don't know where you are. You don't know what you're doing. You don't know who you are. Plus, you really hurt people with mistruths. Like, the worst thing you could do to someone who's mentally unstable is to lie to them. Because they're barely clinging onto the edge of reality as it is, you know. You throw some more garbage in there, you know, here's a stone, and it turns out to be like a paper bag floating on a pit, you know. You just do them in. And you do in your kids with lying, and you do in your spouse with lying, and it's a really bad thing. And, you know, you think you can get away with it. It's like, I can tell you one thing I learned in my clinical practice. I've never seen anyone get away with anything. Like, whatever you say that isn't right will come back to haunt you. By that point, you might be so warped and demented and clued out because you filled your head with garbage that you don't notice the causal connection. There's a lot of psychoanalysis is, oh, it was that caused that. It's like they're decades apart. It's like, yeah, that was the causal chain, so it's easy to ignore. And the only reason you think you can get away with anything is pride. It's like, you know, I'm smart enough to twist the fabric of reality in my favor. It's like, yeah, okay, go ahead, see what happens. It's like, the outcome will not be pretty. Even if you get what you want doing that, you'll find out that it doesn't do for you what you thought it would. So, you know, it's a fool's victory.
First question from the audience. Should Eric Harris be your patient? How